Kia ora.
G'day.
Well,
Welcome to Cup of Tea and a Yarn.
yeah, welcome. I'm Jill Tea and Yarn on Instagram and Ravelry.
And I'm Kylie. I'm Crafty Mama on Instagram and Ravelry. And we like to knit and spin and crochet and what else do we do? All the things.
You
Sewing.
sew, yeah.
You sew
Weave,
too.
yeah, weave,
Weaving, yes. Yeah, all
shopping,
the things.
shopping for yarn.
Lots of shopping. Yeah, we like to shop. Separate hobby to knitting. Totally separate
Totally.
hobby. How have you been, Jill?
Been good. Yeah, I'm busy,
Yeah.
busy. I've been up and down to the South Island a lot since we last talked. I had a few days in Motueka, which is up north of Nelson.
Mm-hmm.
Then last week I was in Timaru, which is
Other end, down the bottom.
south
Yep.
of Christchurch, sort of between Christchurch and Dunedin. Yeah. So lots of tripping around.
And that's for work.
Yeah.
That was for work. Yeah.
It is for work.
Yeah.
It would have been nicer, I think, to not be for work.
Yeah.
Could have spent more time actually outside of the office and doing other things than working.
Was it nice weather when you were down there?
Oh, it was beautiful. Timaru was just amazing. It was freezing cold. All of the windows froze in the car. We couldn't put them down. Yes.
Yeah.
It was cold. There was lots of good snow on the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How beautiful.
Yeah. That's very good.
I was just reflecting last week that this winter has been quite a warm winter up here because I haven't had to scrape ice off my windows yet. Normally I've had at least, half a dozen times where I've had to do that. Friday was the first time I had any ice, and it was just like little ice crystals.
Yeah.
So I didn't need to scrape anything. The window wipers took care of it with a bit of water. But yeah, it's been quite a warm winter, don't you think?
Yeah, I think the last few days it's been cold here the last couple of days.
Yeah.
But yeah, it hasn't been freezing.
Yeah, nice to be able to wear all your winter woolies down south.
Yes. I left my new shawl I left in Motueka, which was annoying. But luckily, the lady I left it with was going to Christchurch, so then I picked it up again.
Goodness. Oh. Because you love that shawl and it's beautiful.
Oh, I know. Yeah. My new favourite, yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you knitting?
I'm
not
knitting.
Are you not? What are you doing?
No, which is why I'm looking down so much. I'm crocheting.
What are you crocheting?
I just started this today. I'm just doing a granny square. Nice. It's very boring. I got some. Sorry?
Pretty colours.
Yeah, this is. I'm going to look it up to tell you what the colorway is. But while I look it up, I'll talk to you about that. The yarns are from Scotland. A dyer called Giddy Yarns.
Oh.
I'm sure it's Scotland she is. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's all fuzzy. Anyway, Giddy Yarns, lovely lady. And she's super nerdy. And she does Tolkien-inspired colorways. And so she does a minis of the month. And for international people, she holds onto them and sends them in one go. So you're not paying for 3 lots of postage. So she does quarterly sign-ups. So this one is Gandalf the Grey, I think. No, it's Thorin Oakenshield is who that is. This was the January, the first, the Hobbit one, I think. Middle-earth Minis Club is what it is. And so the set includes Bilbo Baggins, the Shire, Gandalf the Grey, Thorin Oakenshield, and a feast for trolls. And that's all these little colours. That's Gandalf the Grey.
Nice.
Yeah. So they're a bit more muted than I'm used to.
Yeah.
But I just love that they're Tolkien. I'm going to have a Lord of the Rings blanket
Right.
So I got this one. This was one she had left over, The Hobbit. I wasn't signed up for the Hobbit Minis Club, but I got the first of her. The next quarter was the Fellowship of the Rings, and then the next quarter is the Two Towers. So I haven't got the Two Towers yet. So I've got one of the Hobbit, and I've got the whole Fellowship of the Rings ones, and then I've signed up for the Two Towers as well.
Right.
And yeah, I just think it's really cool. And I wanted that so that you can choose between 10 gram and 20 gram minis. And yeah, I just thought I'm just going to do, I've been sitting on them for a bit. But yeah, I'm just going to do little granny squares. They're fingering weight. I'm doing a 3.75 crochet hook because that's just what I pulled out. And I'm just going to do them all. And I'm not going to do exactly 10 rounds or whatever. I'll just crochet until they've run out, and then I'll probably finish them up with one color, do like a border to get them all even, and use that color as a joiner.
Yeah, nice.
Just like a basic black or white or something, gray or something. So yeah, so that's something I've started, and I don't know, my brain has not been I haven't been doing much knitting, I've got to say. So yeah, it's not.
Well, you did finish. You finished something, I know.
I've finished a couple of things, yeah.
But you and I finished the same thing.
Yeah. Well, we do it at show at the same time.
Okay.
Have you got yours?
Stuff in mind. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, it's running away. Hang on. Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Ta-da! They're so different, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's so cool. So we both did a test knit for.
My scrappy one's on the inside.
Ah, okay. So my more normal one is on the inside.
Oh.
So this is the scrap bucket, as in scrap bucket. So it's using scrap yarns. Yeah, I started out with that one thinking, oh yeah, neon, blah, blah, blah. Ended up liking this one more. I just thought it was more random, even though it's actually a rainbow progressor. Obviously, the contrast that I held together, I don't know, I just like it more. And the idea with this test knit, it's from
Tracy from Passionate Spinner.
Passionate Spinner. She's I can't say her name.
Sorry, neither. I never did German at school.
No, neither did I. So apologies, Tracy, if you're watching, but we cannot pronounce your Instagram handle. But yes, Tracy of the Passionate Spinner. Yes, we had the opportunity to test knit this gorgeous pattern for her. And yeah, so it's a fully reversible project bag. Yeah. And the idea is that you use either DK weight or 2 plies of fingering. And I literally just use scraps from my leftover socks. They're all leftover sock yarns.
So I also did. But this one obviously I had quite a lot of. It was the leftovers from one of my shifties.
Oh, and right.
It's quite lots of brownie bits, and so I held it with.
Really pretty though.
I held it with some Holscan stuff though. I thought I went through a brown stage, but yeah, I don't know why.
It makes a nice colorway for a bag though.
It does. And then I had some DK, so I used DK for my holder, and then I used some sport for
okay. I used some fingering weight for the I-cord, but yeah, I I didn't hold it double.
No, I just used some sport stuff that I found.
Because I didn't think my I-cord machine would cope with double. I thought it might upset it.
Yeah, it only just liked this. It was like it was okay. It took a couple of goes to get it going. So yes, I also use my I-cord machine.
Those I-cord machines, they are, for anyone in Australia and New Zealand, they are in, what are they called? Like an automatic French knitter. So yes, so the automatic French knitter, fantastic. And do you know what? It's kept my kids amused all day long.
Ah,
I kid you not, they have made a ball of knitted yarn this big. I think they're onto the like 6th or 7th color, and they've been doing. My son is very like ordered, very. I know you can't imagine that. Same as me. And he's like letting it, when the color gets to the floor from our top stairs from where he's knitting, he's like, okay, time to change the color. And he's been doing a gradient.
what they're going to make with it?
Who knows? Who cares? It's kept him busy all day.
Sew them together and make a big rug or something.
Well, I did say that. I said you could do that and make the snake go round and round. And
Well, not you could do like the circles and then sew the circles together.
I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do, but he had so much fun, honestly. And I'd say it'll hang there for a bit. I reckon he's just like, I just want to make a really long one. Okay.
I did, because I enjoyed making mine. So then I went on Pinterest to see what else I could make with I-cords.
Yeah.
I quite liked, there was a cup cozy, which I thought would be quite good. Yeah. But mostly it was mats. Like, like circle spiral things. Yeah. Actually, so this grew really quickly.
Yep.
It kind of had the same non-thinkingness as like just a cowl or something and around. Yeah.
So really, really good way to use up yarn, and great way to just not think and knit something that you can actually use, and something a bit different too. Yeah. No, I liked it. And great scrap buster.
Yes. And it holds loads.
Yeah. And how do you know how much yarn you used?
No, I saw that because obviously you're the what you call it, the school geek, and did all your measuring and.
So I have the drug scales, so I like write down to 2 decimal places how much everything weighed to start with, and then
I suppose I could just weigh it now and it would say.
You could just weigh it now. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Oh, duh.
But, I know, it's like when I saw your little message about how many grams you'd use, I was like, oh, didn't even think about that.
I do test knit a lot though, so that's something that they often ask for. It's often like, how much yardage you used, any problems, that's something that,
I didn't do my gauge either.
I haven't done my gauge either.
But I think mine's probably bigger than yours, I'm just saying.
Possibly. Yeah. I am quite a tight knitter. Yeah, it is. Interesting, eh?
Yeah.
And I think the pattern she's going to release will have a bigger version, a smaller version, and one for a spindle. And I quite like the idea of the one for the spindle. I assume it'll be skinnier and long. And I really like that idea.
Yeah.
Ooh, could probably do that. The whole time I was doing this, I'm like, I could have done this on my machine.
I'm glad you didn't cheat too much. I mean, I think the I-cord was a cheat, but that's fine.
No, I don't think that's a cheat at all. But using the machine for a test knit is okay, but you have to like do gauge and get gauge and all of that. So that is the thing about using the machine. You have to do your gauging, gauge swatches and whatnot. So have you finished anything else?
Well, I have. And my other finished thing was actually living in here. Spinning. Which I'm using and part of my whip at the moment.
Oh.
So this is, I don't know if you can see the colours very well. But, so this is the
blacks and
so it's a Corriedale I got from Lynn.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And I spun also the Ashford remnants, the the factory.
It was so cool. So what Jill got, who was it from? The
Weatherwolls,
thank you. Weatherwolls lady got she got like stacks of the leftovers from the Ashford shop, just like mill ends, and carded them all together, and it made for a really cool bat. So did you ply that with Lynn's corridor?
I did.
Awesome.
It's kind of got, and you can't really see it, but it's kind of got a really expensive look about it. What's that really
It
expensive
looks
yarn?
tweedy.
Yeah. It's very much like
the spin cycle.
Spin cycle, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really
So
good.
that is my other finished object.
Very good. So you're knitting with it?
I am.
What are you knitting with it?
Trying to see.
Yeah.
I'm knitting it with my other recent finish.
That's so cool.
So this is these are both Lynn's. So this was fluoro something and
Yes.
jewel stripes, and I spun them and then I plied them together. So they're both around about a sport to DK weight, and I'm making the rift from Jacqueline, hang on, I can't say her name. Got my thing here.
Does she have a nice designer name that you can pronounce?
Jacqueline Celiac.
Oh yes, I know the one. Yeah,
nice. So I'm making that, and I'm making the long sleeve version. So this is it so far.
Oh, that's really nice.
So I'm doing three row stripes. So I've
gorgeous.
Already split because it's a shorty. So I've already split the sleeves.
Yeah.
What I haven't done is the split hem. I tried it and didn't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
So I just did a few short rows around the back to make the back a bit longer. So it's kind of the same kind of thing as this, but it will be kind of baggier, squarer. Yeah, I think. Kind of looks like it will be anyway. It's bigger than this one. But yeah, so that's what I'm making.
Lovely. Yeah, well done.
And
so nice to knit with your hand spun. Hey,
I know, it's my hand spun, living in my new project bag.
When we were at the skate place today, I took my kids roller skating this afternoon. Some little kids, I think they were twin girls actually, they looked very similar. They come up and they saw this and they saw me crocheting and they were like, "Did you knit that bag?" I was like, yeah. They said, "Oh, our Nana knits us bags like that, and similar to that, and she knits us this and she knits us that." And I was like, "Oh, you're so lucky having a Nana who knits for you." Yeah. That was so cute. They must have been 5, I think. I should have probably said stranger danger, don't talk to people you don't know, but anyway. When I had knitting, so clearly I was friendly.
Yeah, totally. No stranger in knitting. I had this just in the front room, and I said, "Oh, do you like my new bag?" And I said, "I made it." And she goes, "Did you make that?" Really impressed. But I made a bag.
Yeah. No, it's really cool. My kids were impressed by it too, actually. And because, of course, they made the I-cord for it and I put the I-cord in and they were like, "Yeah, that's a really cool bag, Mum."
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
that's one of my
Josie's done very well with that design. I think it's very clever.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Are you knitting anything? Or are you just concentrating on crocheting?
I've been knitting my Comfort Fade Cardi off and on. It's not getting much love, I'll be honest. I've been sewing a lot. I attended a conference last week online called the International Sewing Bra Bee. International Bra Sewing Bee. That was it. Bra Sewing Bee. And so it was a whole weekend of conferences on conference things on bra making and underwear making. And so, yes, I've been doing a lot of sewing. In the last week, I've sewn 2 bras from Woe to Go. So whenever you sew a bra, you have to do a toile. I think that's how you say it, toile, which is just like a basic one. Now, I always make my toiles complete, just with cheaper stuff. I actually upcycled some netting from a skirt that my daughter wore, and it was size 3. So it's an old skirt, but it was really soft netting and it had the exact amount of stretch and stuff. And I was like, I can use that. So I did that toile. And then the reason you do that is with a new pattern to see what the fit is. And I needed to go down in the cup size, and the band fit okay. And so then I made it with a proper kit, with all the nice, expensive, fancy stuff. And it's turned, I'm wearing it right now, but I'm not going to show you because it's not that kind of podcast. It's actually this really gorgeous stretch satin with, it's like a baby blue stretch satin with black flocked polka dots.
Oh, cool.
So it's kind of like, it's got a very 50s pinup vibe about it. It's very cute and very cool. But so I made that was the new Willowdale pattern from Cashmerette, I think is the brand. Anyway, and I made a pair of undies last night for me, and I've made 2 pairs of undies for my daughter, because all of a sudden she doesn't fit any of her undies. So I was like, well, instead of going out and buying some, I have all this lingerie making stuff here. So yeah, I'm like, if I make 1 pair a day for the next 7 days, you'll have a full set of panties, so that's been fun. But yeah, making bras is quite intensive. Like you don't just do it in one sitting. Yeah.
Lots of bits, eh?
Lots of bits, and it's really fun. And it's very rewarding. I personally find it very rewarding. But I've done some machine knitting as well. Not my machines. I went over to Sue's house. Our friend Sue had a circular sock machine.
Oh.
So I knit a pair of socks on the circular sock knitting machine, which doesn't sound very exciting, but like they probably took me an hour to an hour and a half per sock. I had to do them in 2 sittings. The second sock gave me a few issues. I'm going to have to darn a section because it actually broke. But yeah, it's a hung hem. I'll show you the nicer one. So it's a hung hem. So you cast on waste yarn and then knit 30 rows and then pick up your first rows and then knit 2 together. So a hung hem. And then you go down. So you knit that tube, and that's just like your French knitter. It's just round and round and round, super fun. And then you get to the heel and you have to put half of the needles, so these front half, on hold, and then you knit back and forth, and you have to readjust the weights, and that's quite time consuming. That can take quite a lot of time, and you can have issues with that. And then the foot, perfect, round and round and round. And then we're having some internet issues. So not sure whether it recorded what I said before, so I'll just quickly say it again. But I was just saying about the sock machine. So you knit your toe, you knit your heel, and then when you get to your toe, you actually knit another heel.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah. So you put all of these on hold, knit another toe, and then you knit some waist. Oh, you knit 1 round, and then knit off on waste yarn, and then you Kitchener it together.
Yes, because if you do a short row heel, it's kind of like a toe.
It's exactly the same as a toe.
Afterthought heel, eh?
Yeah. So that was really fun. So the first sock I did, Sue helped me a little bit, and she was kind of watching, and she sort of, if something was going to fall off, she was like, oh, stop, and the second one she let me go for gold, and it took me a lot longer because I had some issues. So, but I fixed it all.
That's cool. So it took, you said before that second one took you a lot longer, but still you knit a whole pair of socks in like less than a day.
Oh yeah, definitely. You could probably knit 2 pairs in a day.
Yeah, so it's a lot quicker than like where I'm going with my socks.
Yeah. So it is quicker, but it's not easier.
Yeah.
I would actually say this is more difficult in a lot of ways, but it's faster. So it's like that trade-off. And the other thing with the machine is that you have less control over what you're doing. So you can't really see what you're doing. It just so happened that this turned out like if I was picking how I wanted it to be, this is amazing how I've got this split color thing. Whereas on this one, it's got this one row of yeah. So, it's like, but yeah, I don't even know how I did either, but like that was just really lucky. Yeah. Well, it's self-striping yarn, so it does what it wants.
What kind of yarn is it? It's nice. I like it.
You have knit a teddy bear out of this.
Oh, it's the teddy bear.
That's why it's familiar. Yeah.
Oh.
It's the Chopel.
Yes. Something. Yeah.
Something. Some sort of self-striping sock. Stark 6 or something.
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, this smells like Stinky Boy already because he's been wearing them all day. I made him take them off to go skating. He would have worn them if I hadn't have said something. Yeah, he loves them. So I've finished one more thing. I actually have 3 finished objects.
Wow. Oh, he's cute.
This is July's gnome.
Very cute.
He is a supersized version.
Has he got any face? Oh no, that's his hat.
Gnomes never have a face. They just have a nose. Gnomes don't have faces. That's what makes them fantastic. So this is like how the pattern is written. And it's a mild fingering weight one. So you hold 2 fingering weights together. So I held 2 DK weights together.
I've got an enormous gnome.
He's enormous. Yeah. Look at him. Oh, there we go.
You could put sand in him almost and make him a doorstop.
He has beads in him and he is heavy. He could be a doorstop. And it's possible that there's one of them in my future. Yeah. But he's actually for my nephew in Australia. So I made him with, at all times, there's at least 1 strand of alpaca. He's super soft. Yeah. And I didn't do his hat. I didn't tie his hat down into a swirl like that. I just decided to tie it because I thought, how fun is that? He's turning 2. I thought, how fun is that for him to carry it around like that? I just hope he doesn't try and, donk the dog with the gnome or whatever. But yeah, he's super sweet. And I like this gnome pattern for a kid because it's got a kangaroo pocket. I just think that's, cute.
That is cute.
Yeah.
You could do, if you hold 3 DK together and make it bigger, everyone could have doorstops for Christmas.
I might lose my mind.
But you have a favourite aunt and sister and daughter. And
Can you imagine how much that would cost to post gnomes to Australia? Doorstops. What's everyone getting? Doorstops. It could be a fill your own thing. So that's my little 2-year-old nephew. Yeah. That's it. That's all I've been doing.
I've kept on with my socks. I have not stopped.
Ooh, they're so sparkly. All I can see is the glitter.
Yeah. So you were right when I think last time I was here, you went, oh, it must be time for heels. And I hadn't left enough space to do a gusset of the heel. So I did a mini gusset in that. I just increased 5 or 6, I think 6 stitches just to make it a little bit wider. Then I just did a boomerang heel, and I've just started increasing for my car.
Very good.
So the free patterns I found on Ravelry had lots of different calculations, but the one I liked is you increase 2 stitches every 8 rows.
Yep, that sounds right. Yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll see. And I've got quite a bit left, so we'll see how how long they get.
Are you weighing it?
Oh, of course I'm not.
I'm going to get you some drug scales, Jill. It will change your life.
I've got some. I've got some that are really like some electric scales that you just put things on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have scales. What do I need to weigh them for?
So that you know how close you're getting towards the end, towards the halfway.
I can see.
Okay.
Oh no. I've got 2 balls.
Oh, okay. That's all right then.
I did that first. I split
Okay. Okay.
and
All
I
right.
did that with my scales. Although I don't think I did it very well because this one's bigger than that one.
As long as you start with the smaller one, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So well, yeah. When that one runs out, we're done, I suppose.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, I did do some weighing. So there we go.
Yeah.
Yes. So
As long as you're not just using your iometer.
no. I'm quite impressed I haven't stopped.
Good.
Because there was the inclination to, as you know me.
Yeah.
So just go, oh, I've had enough now. But no, I'm still going.
Well, speaking of, how's your jumper going? I mean, Cal.
Oh, my scarf. Yeah, so one sleeve is done. And I started the other sleeve, and yeah. No, and now I'm doing my other jersey now with my hand spun.
Fair
And I'm
enough.
liking that a bit more.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this other thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got another just kind of a knitty thing. And because I really liked my I've stopped somewhere weirdly in the middle of something. This was my airplane knitting.
Right.
Obviously the plane was landing and I just stopped, shoved it all back in my bag. So I really liked the triangle shawl, my triangle shawl. So I'm doing another triangle shawl.
Nice.
This has been several things so far, which I've taken apart and redone. So it is some hedgehog yarn, which I don't really know which one. Looks like that. I've had it. It's been a few things, and
Is it typewriter?
Maybe.
No, it's got too much colour for that.
Some kind of oranges and bits of splashes of pink in it.
Hawk?
Maybe.
Hmm.
And then I have my minis of, the little minis. I bought the little shopper wool ones.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I've made them into a big ball.
Nice.
And I'm striping alternate one at a time. So
That'll be really fun.
Yeah. So I'm doing this thing where you knit with one, then you go back to the beginning and you knit with the other. Then you knit and you knit. So it's got like almost a, I don't know, it looks like it's got pearls in it.
Yeah.
It's totally the same on each side.
That's cool.
Yeah. I've just gone
it's like a reverse stockingette almost.
I don't know. It's got 2 knit rows and then 2 purl rows.
Interesting.
Because I go knit, then I turn around and go knit. Yeah. That means there's no pearls, and it looks like it's got pearls.
Cool.
Yeah. It's kind of like ribby. It's kind of almost garter squishy, but not garter squishy. It's kind of got lines on it.
I think that pattern was in my Brio band shawl.
Oh.
I'm sure he used that for a section because that shawl was kind of all about playing with different textures in different directions, like directional textures, and that's a very horizontal direction texture.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because of all the colours, you can't really see it that well, but
it looks cool though.
Yeah, I'm onto my second colour, so it will be like a fade, like it's gone dark, and then it's gone to the first bit of orange. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, that was my aeroplane knitting. So it was instead of socks for a change.
Yep.
It takes 2 hours on the plane to get from here to Christchurch.
I can imagine. Yep.
That's how I had at least 8 hours worth of airplane knitting in the last 2 weeks.
Wow. It's a
Mm.
lot.
And then there's the bits, the waiting around before you get on and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
That's all my knitting.
Oh, very
But
good.
I did have a shop.
You did. You got to go to the Ashford shop, didn't you?
Did. I was very lucky. My plane did land in the early afternoon in Christchurch. So, and to get to Timaru, you have to drive through Ashburton.
Gosh darn it.
Damn it, I know. My work colleague that picked me up, and he wasn't in the remotely bit interested really about any of the things. I was like, because it's about halfway. And I said, do you think we need a halfway stop? Where were you thinking? I said, well, I was thinking there's this place in Ashburton. It's on the main highway. You just need to nip off. Won't be long. So,
does he know you're a knitter?
Yes, yeah, because I was knitting in the car. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, good.
But yeah, so we got there about 3:30 and it closed at 4, so I didn't have very long. And plus, I didn't want to keep him waiting, so it was a bit of a rush around.
Yeah.
I didn't do it justice. I wanted to spend a lot more time in there. They do have quite an amazing collection of opal sock yarn.
Really?
Really, like a whole wall of it.
Wow.
I know. So I got some. This was very cool. Fun colours.
Gosh, I've never seen that. That's so cool.
Yeah. So it was called Memories. Yeah, they had loads of different ones, like loads and loads.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I just bought some 4-ply because it was nice. Nice colour. Just nice plain.
Is it black or is it navy?
No, it's more kind of grey, navy.
Like a charcoal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's more like, about here, they
Yeah.
colour.
Oh,
Yes,
very good.
charcoal. Yeah. And then I thought, well, I also haven't been making the most of my loom. And I look at the stuff that you make and I think, oh, I need to do something. So I got this.
Oh, that I've seen that book. It looks really good.
Yeah, I'll bring it to retreat for you to have a
Oh,
look.
excellent.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So then I flicked through that this weekend and I got all excited and then I didn't get my loom out. But
bring your loom to retreat.
I don't know. I was going to bring my spinning wheel.
Oh, fair enough. I don't think I'll be doing much spinning at retreat. Well, that's nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tapestry weaving. Interesting.
Yeah, so it's got tapestry stuff in here, but also like how to make like how the different things with your scarves and things, or the different
textures.
Yes, and how to warp for different things. Yeah, sorry. And then they had like how to make the clothes. And what I do quite like.
I like the idea of making fabric for clothes like that. I think it's very, it's one step away.
And it's like this got kind of like weaving on top of stuff. So it's weaving, but it's like texture-y stuff. I quite like the texture. It's got like how to do some kind of braiding thing on top of it.
Oh, you've frozen again.
Oh, you're back.
Oh, we're back. We'll leave it. Keep going. Keep calm. Carry on.
Yeah, and how to use roving and different things and
that'd be cool.
Yeah. So it's got some. Oh, there we go. Got the roving in it.
Oh, see, that's what I'd like to do with my beehivey yarn.
Oh yes, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like it's just got like spots of it, which looks really cool. Yeah, so I got quite inspired from my little book. And that's
very good.
That's everything. Everything I've done and bought and stuff.
I have bought some plain grey yarn.
Yes, nice.
which is not really my thing, but it's book week at school very soon. And something that's been on my to knit list for a very long time is the Katniss cowl, which is the, the crazy like rounds with a halfway, and it's herringbone stitch, and which I will want to poke my eye out with the needle doing that much herringbone stitch. But my daughter it's her favorite book at the moment, and it's book week, and I'm just like, if ever there is a time to knit the Katniss cowl, it is now. So are you looking it up?
Oh yeah. Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Is that you stick your arm through it?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
It's like a cowl vest thing. And so the top bit you actually use, I'm going to do the herringbone stitch though, because I think it's more more true to the, if you're going to do it, you got to do it right. So so the top bit, you actually use some rope and crochet around the rope.
Right. I was crocheted.
And then you knit. It's knit and crochet. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I suppose if you couldn't crochet, you could just wrap.
Yeah.
But if you crochet around, then you get that nice edge to pick up from. So that's what I'll do. So I bought some very plain, boring grey yarn for that.
And when's book week?
Week 10, I think. And we're in week 4 now, I think. So I've got a bit of time.
Yeah.
But yes, that will be my next major project with a deadline.
Cool.
Yeah. So I work well with deadlines.
Yeah. I don't.
I really don't work well if I don't have a deadline. It's really kind of weird, but anyway.
I work well with deadlines at work. I don't work well with deadlines with my crafting.
Right, okay.
They just annoy me, and I just ignore them. Tracy, you should be amazed if you're watching that I got your project back finished.
You beat me too. I have to say, but after I did the welt, I was like racing to get to the welt, did the welt, and then I was like, oh, it's just knitting it now for another 16 centimeters. And I did put it down for a bit, but I was in the middle of the bra sewing bee, so I was kind of distracted by that. But yeah, so I won't be doing much spinning for a little bit because I've injured my other ankle.
Oh. You just like fall over all the time.
Yep. So the day after we recorded last time, I went to my friend's place 5 doors down for a couple of drinks. And on the way home, I was not drunk, but I was texting and it was dark and I was tipsy.
Right.
So, and I have dodgy ankles. And so I stepped on the edge of the pathway, and I've actually done quite significant damage this time. So I'm at the physio. I'm in like this boot thing.
Like a moon boot.
Like a moon boot, but it's like a...
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you got that. I'm not sure if you got that. But yeah, I had my leg like up here showing everyone my boot, but yeah.
Yeah, and then it froze for quite a while.
Yeah.
It'll be quite fun.
It will be. It'll be interesting to see this recording and see what did and didn't record. But yeah, so I'm in a soft boot with like, you have to lace it up and then Velcro this way and Velcro that way and Velcro around, and I can't get my steel cap boot over that.
So you can't go to work, or you have to stay in the office?
I'm just staying in the office. The boot is allowing me to walk around without pain. So yeah, this is just my lot in life. The physio was looking at it this week, and she's like, man, no wonder you roll your ankles all the time. I've got like hyper flexible joints and stuff. So sounds like a good thing, but it's not.
I suppose you probably, if you're a contortionist or something, it'd probably be quite a good thing to be.
maybe. But I wonder if they hurt themselves all the time because they can't like stop themselves from getting into these sorts of positions. So,
so what have you learned from that?
I've learned don't walk and text, especially when it's dark and you've had something to drink.
Yeah, good.
So I do learn. Yeah. And I was wearing like sloppy shoes. I wasn't wearing like proper sneakers or anything because I was just going down a few doors down. Oh. Yep.
That's frustrating.
It's very frustrating, but yeah. So I was just getting back into my spinning and that happens. So anyway, I've still got my little electric wheel, so maybe I'll bring my little nano to retreat.
Well, maybe I could do that. That would be easy to carry.
Oh, yes.
I haven't got a pluggy thing for mine apart from plug in the wall socket though.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't got the bit that goes into
the USB charger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
I know.
I'll bring mine along and see what we can manage.
I thought I bought the right one, but then I can't get it to work with the battery. So.
Does your battery have an on-off switch?
Yeah, we've got different ones. We've got quite a few. Yeah. And different voltages as well.
Right, okay. Because mine, I find like, you plug it into your chargy thing and then you're like, it's not working. Oh, I've got to turn the battery back on.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've turned. I'm sure. Right. Well, now I'm questioning myself.
We'll have a look at it. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be able to find a PowerPoint at retreat. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to retreat. So retreat is in 3 weeks for us. It's the Auckland Region Creative Fibre, Auckland Creative Fibre Retreat.
Yeah.
Which we missed last year because we were in lockdown. Were you guys in lockdown then, or was it just us?
No, we were. Oh, you were. We were just on like high alert or whatever.
Right.
Yeah. But so going to the monk's house.
Yes, that's right.
The monastery.
No, it's not a monastery. It's a rectory, I think.
A rectory. Yeah. It was built specifically for retreats for monks, so I'm sure that's what I read in there.
Was it monks or priests?
I don't know, but they're monks that run it.
Are they monks or priests?
Yes, they're monks. They wear their habits.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a couple of them. They usually come and do the welcome.
Yeah. Friary. It's a friary. That's what they are. They're not monks, they're friars.
Right.
Yes. I'm like, monks aren't Catholic.
I don't know. I just know it's something to do with God, and it's all guys, and they wear robes.
Yeah. Friars. Yeah. So the really awesome thing about retreat is that we all have our own room. It's a single bed.
Are they called cells?
But you can come and go however you want. It's shared bathroom facilities, but everyone has a single bed. It's so weird. It's tiny little room with a single bed and a sink. Yeah, so you can wash up.
Yeah.
Okay, we've had a lot of difficulties with this podcast. Many apologies.
Internet is just doing our head in. And I think it's mostly at this end. Simon Bridges was obviously right when he said town on internet is crap.
Checks out. So we were just talking about the retreat and how it'll be a nice weekend away, and we'll get to see each other in person. Yes,
be exciting.
Yes.
And you're teaching a class, which is exciting.
I am. I'd kind of forgotten about that. Yeah, no, I'm doing the t-shirt yarn class, so that'll be interesting. See how we go with that.
And I think it's a mosaic crochet class. I was
Yeah,
talking to is it Sharon from
Sharon Junie.
Jimbo.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's doing mosaic crochet, which she said was easier than the last time we went and did some other crochet.
Okay. I thought we did mosaic crochet last time, but that was 2 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it'll be a fun weekend and be good to just hang out and craft. And it's way more relaxed than the education event, because that was very structured and very like, 3-hour classes, and you pay for what you do what you pay for, and blah blah blah. And this is just go away, do what you want for the weekend, and so it'll be really nice.
You don't have to do any learning if you don't want to. There's like different rooms at the library, and the big room with the fire in it. Just chill out.
Yeah.
Have a breakfast next door, maybe.
Yes. Is it the art gallery next door?
Yeah, it's a Highwick House.
Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So I've finished this while we've been recording.
Oh, cool. Excellent.
One done. One. Let's see if I get further. Well, I will, because I've started another.
Oh, excellent.
Well, let's just stop now while we're not paused. And hopefully next time we won't have so many issues. This is why it's better to do it in person too, because technology. Yeah.
I know.
Friend and
must be something about a Sunday night and everybody's streaming or something.
Probably. There's probably something to that, actually. Last ditch, trying to finish that thing they started on Friday night or whatever.
Yeah, binging.
Binging.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, okay.
Oh my goodness.
It is Sunday night, and it is getting a bit late now.
Yeah.
Later than we're up.
Yeah. It's taken us a lot longer because we've stopped and started and stopped and started.
Cheers.
Well, Taki te, everybody, and have a wonderful week.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.